Okay, let's look at homework from quadratic inequality. So first, we have this quadratic equation, kx squared minus 2kx plus 3 equals 0. And the question tells us that this quadratic equation has no real root. So that means its discriminant must be less than 0. So let's compare this with our general form of any quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. We compare them, we'll see that our a is k, our b is negative 2k, our c is 3. So, the discriminant b squared minus 4ac must be less than 0 because it has no real root. Alright, let's substitute a, b, and c into our discriminant here. So negative 2k squared minus 4 times k times 3 is less than 0. Let's go ahead and simplify this. 4k squared minus 12k is less than 0. That's divided by 4 on both sides of the equation. We have k squared minus 3k is less than 0. Okay, so here comes the important step. We want to change the inequality to an equation first, so that we can find the critical points. Right, so k squared minus 3k equals 0. Let's solve this. Let's take out a k. And k times k minus 3 equals 0. So our k is 0 or k equals 3. Now we want to draw a sketch of this. So let's go back and look at the equation. K squared has the coefficient 1. That means it's greater than 1, so the parabola opens upward. Alright, so let's draw a quick sketch. 0 here and 3 here. We want a parabola that opens upward. Okay, so it looks like this. Now let's revisit our inequality. K squared minus 3k is less than 0. We want it to be less than 0. So that means it's this portion here. Therefore, k is greater than 0 and less than 3. Okay, let's look at the next question. Alright, this one. So we learned that we should not multiply both sides of the equation by x because we don't know if x is positive or negative, and therefore we don't know if we should switch the inequality sign or not. But we could multiply both sides of the equation by x squared because x squared is never negative. It's either 0 or positive. So that means if we multiply both sides of the equation by x squared, we wouldn't need to change the inequality sign. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We get 6 plus 7x, and that's smaller than or equal to 3x squared. Okay, let's go ahead and simplify this. 0 is smaller than or equal to 3x squared minus 7x minus 6. Okay, so let's swap the sides. 3x squared minus 7x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 0. And then comes the important step. Okay, we want to change the inequality to an equation first so that we can find critical points. 3x squared minus 7x minus 6 is equal to 0. Let's go ahead and solve this by any means. Here I will just use factorization. So 3x and the x here I have minus 3 here plus 2 here. So that means x is negative 2 over 3, or x is 3. So now we want to draw a quick sketch. Let's look at the equation. X squared has a positive coefficient 3 here. So that means the parabola opens upward. Alright, so let's draw a quick sketch here. We'll have negative 2 over 3 here and 3 here. We want a parabola that opens upward. And let's go back and revisit our inequality. 3x squared minus 7x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so it's above the x-axis, this part here, or this part here. So that means our solution should be x is smaller than or equal to negative 2 over 3. Or here, our x is greater than or equal to 3.